Hey guys, I'm Aaron Lavoie, the Midwestern Hoof Trimmer, and in this video I got a juicy one for you. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about a couple things quick. First of all, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers. We're almost up to 45,000, and I'd like to thank everybody for all their comments and questions in the comment section below. I love answering these comments because the reason why I started this YouTube channel was to help educate the general public on what happens in the dairy industry, both large and small farms. Now people don't tend to watch the educational ones as much. They want to see pus and blood. Not only do I care for my big mamas, I care for my farmers in this industry, and I need to make sure that it is represented properly. There's a lot of comments that come through where people are suggesting ways to prevent some of the problems that you see. And that is great and I appreciate it, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that doing what I'm doing here is what we do every day and almost the whole day, is preventing the problems that you see. The bad ones, they're less than 1%. And quite frankly, nobody clicks on the videos of the good, clean, healthy hoof trimming. But anyways, all of my farms are on a very strict maintenance program, and we spend almost all day doing maintenance trims, inspecting little things, everything we can do to prevent lameness, and our farmers are doing everything that we ask them to do to help prevent lameness. So like I said, we got a juicy one coming up, but before we get to that, I'd love it if you guys would just watch what we did most of this day. We trimmed 79 cows on this day, and the pussy one was the only one of this sort in the whole day. So if you think about it, we had 316 feet and one bad one. But again, 99% of our job is prevention, not fixing. So that's why I put a couple prevention, normal hoof trims showing what we do most of the day, every day. So I hope you guys enjoy these clean, easy trims. And again, your bubbling pus is coming up, so stay tuned.
Cow scared the crap out of me. What happened was she got the gate pushed open and snuck through here. It's really not a big deal. We'll get her next week, but it could have been bad if she bumped into me while I was trimming. Come on, girl, move your foot. One little more. There you go.
So right here is our problem spot, and as always, I'm going to finish my trim to ensure that everything is balanced and level before I start interrogating and investigating bad spots. And this also helps me determine if there's any other bad spots on the hoof before I get committed to this one.
Got some pus coming out of there. Easy, mama. We'll get you fixed up, mama. Mama. We'll get that cleaned out, put a block on it for you.
Now, because the background noise was so loud, I'm going to voice over this for you, and I'll show you what the noise was all about in just a minute. But what this girl has is called a sole fracture, and it is not a fracture of the pedal bone. It is a fracture between two different directions of hoof formation. So the soft bulb or heel of the hoof has a different texture than the harder sole of the hoof. So those two have split, separated, slipped each other, and again, this is why we call it a fracture.
Now it's starting to bleed just because the underlying corium. We haven't got to the corium yet, which means that her corium is ulcerated somewhere in here. We can see right here the ulcerated spot on the corium. Again, we haven't touched that with our knife at all.
We are not cutting any live tissue. We're only removing the separated hoof from the corium. Like I said, it was already separated and the corium was bleeding underneath. Now, there are many different treatments that could be used in a situation like this. If you're a fan of this channel, you know that I prefer the strong iodine tincture. And I'm not saying that any other treatments are wrong or bad, but I have ran my own trials and found that I have better success faster with the strong iodine on this sort of lesion. I do use other treatments on other lesions. Now I'm just cutting slowly to ensure to get all of the separated hoof horn off. And again, don't be tricked by that blood thinking that I've done any damage to her corium. I am not cutting into the corium. I am only removing the separated hoof. But her corium was already ulcerated underneath, which was the cause of the blood, which actually looks way worse than it really is.
We use only 3M vet wrap because it is the most breathable wrap on the market. We really like it for that fact. Don't want to go down here any further with a grinder, so I just want to get off any iodine residue that could inhibit our gluing surface. Alright, we got this big girl fixed up now. We'll show her walking out. Big girl? Yeah. Otherwise, she had pretty good feet. We'll just give our glue a minute to set up. If you're wondering what all the noise is, these guys are pumping their manure, so they got a tractor with a PTO pump going. It's not normally this loud in this barn, but I asked them if they could shut it off so I could make videos, and they said no. Weird. All right, we're gonna have Pedro let her out for us so we can watch her walk. You good, right, Big Mama? Can you let her out for us? There you go, girl. That's really pretty good considering how bad that looked. Again, those things can happen really, really fast. This farm is really good at early detection and bringing us problems right away. But either way, we've got her cleaned up, blocked up, and she'll be healed in no time.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the follow-up of this cow. I also threw a couple nice, clean, easy maintenance trims at the end of this video for your viewing pleasure. Until next time, catch you on the flip-flop. Bye.